Coming into Vegas, up the road from California Speedway, getting ready for Sunday's Las Vegas 427. 427. Get it? Well, you might have to have a long memory to remember 427s. Those Shelby engines, back in the late 60s, early 70s, 429s, 426s, 454s. Yeah, they've been back to 358, back about 75, and they probably ought to be back about to 250 right now, keeping catches. Speeds are way up. NASCAR, way too high. They just slow them down, make for some better racing. That's my take. That's been Robert Yates' take for several years. Can't bite. These guys are too rich and famous, I think. Need to be a little hungry. That's why I'm looking for the Tommy Baldwins of the world, the Jeremy Mayfields of the world, to bring us back to reality. I know you can poo-poo that all you want to about how there's no Alan Quickie anymore, not with 20, 30, $40 million sponsorships ruling the waves. Well, maybe so, but we can always hope. Las Vegas, 2 races in, race number 3. Where are we? Kenseth, Gordon, they look strong. Kurt Busch looks strong Sunday too. That Trice might have stuff together over there. If Roger Penske has his stuff together as a car owner for the first time in a couple of years, they could do some damage. This is Kurt Busch's hometown. It's also Kyle Busch's hometown. I'd like to see those guys go 1-2. Tony Stewart, looking strong. He's done a pretty good job the first couple of weeks of the season. Did a lot better than I expected. Greg Biffle could be the man to beat Sunday here in Las Vegas. I think so. He's hot. Made a mistake Sunday in California. Lost the race. Could have won. He might be the man. When he gets on a roll, he's tough to beat. Clint Boyer, the rest of the Richard Childress bunch, I don't know. Kevin Harvick did okay at Daytona, finished second in the 500. Stealth pilot, sort of. On the shootout, high side. Crashed at California. Jeff Burton, another Childress driver, really didn't look that strong. Was not one of his better days. The Childress bunch in general just doesn't look like it has a lot of punch. Maybe they're being conservative on their engines right now. I talked to Danny Lawrence. He seems to say that's the way they're going, which is good. You don't want to lose the championship this early in the season. Ask Dale Earnhardt Jr. about that. 35th in the points. He might have a hard time making the cut in September. Michael Waltrip, 7th in the standings. Hey, play it carefully, play it conservatively, might be able to pay off. David Reagan, nice quiet kid, sort of unsung over Jack Roush's, could make some waves. His big deal, don't make mistakes. Good thing this time of year. Juan Pablo in a Chevrolet, looking pretty good. See what he can do out here. He hasn't lived up to his potential the last couple of years. See if Chevrolet can prime the pump. Elliott Sadler, not bad. Needs a good year. He's had a couple of bad ones. A.J. Allmendinger, hard luck story so far? Maybe a good luck story so far. Jimmy Johnson, no punch at Daytona, no punch at California. Mistakes, transmission problems. I was really surprised. Not quite sure what they're missing, but they got some problems. Las Vegas Boulevard. Finally made it to Las Vegas. Running down the strip. See what's new. Mandalay Bay, MGM Grand. Can't wait to see what the bookies over there have to say about the NASCAR season. I imagine they'll put some money on Matt Kenseth and Jeff Gordon. When we first started coming out to Vegas about 10 years ago, we thought it was a big deal. Put a bet down on a driver, a team, championship. But I tell you, if Las Vegas had to make its money off NASCAR bettors, the city would be bankrupt. NASCAR fans just aren't big bettors. A lot of fun, not much action. But it's still good to see what the people out here really think about NASCAR. What do I think about NASCAR right now, 2 races into the season? Joey Logano, good question. I'm starting to second guess that whole thing. Kid's good. He's going to be really good. Looked okay in the 150s at Daytona. Next two races, didn't really look that good. Not that impressed. Don't think he's really in over his head, but he's not quite up to the team. That's a championship caliber team. I told him last year, put Juan Pablo in that car. Juan Pablo Montoya, they could win a championship. They went with Joey. They went with Joey because he's got a lot of promise, got a lot of upside potential. He's a talented guy, and Home Depot wanted him. Go with what the sponsor wants. So far this season, got some questions about Bobby Labonte. See where he is, 44 years old, now in a Ford, learning Robert Yates, Doug Yates' operation, learning what Jack Roush has. Still feeling his way around. The whole deal came together pretty late in the season, late in the off season. He's not quite sure how things are going to play out. Tony Stewart, looking good. Ryan Newman, not so good. Ryan Newman's had bad luck, and more bad luck. Not doing much better than what he was doing with Roger Penske the last couple of years. Don't know if that's Ryan. Is he overrated? Or is it just a bad luck streak? You got to think that the crew chiefs and the crews, pretty solid. Tony Gibson and Darian Grubb both have their acts together. Hendrick Power, Tony Stewart, 4th in the standings, looking good. Ryan Newman, 34th in the standings. I know we're only 2 races in, but take Dale Earnhardt Jr., for example. 35th in the standings, 252 points down. That means he's got to make up 252 points between now and September. Yep, maybe he can. But I'd rather be even than 252 points down. 2 bad races? And a hole. Mark Martin, disappointment again. Disappointment at Daytona, disappointment at California. Thought this was going to be his year. He's got to show me more than what he's shown me so far. Jamie McMurray, got to show me a little bit more. Brian Vickers, too. I thought he was going to do something big. At California, won the pole. Engine problems, went to the back for the start after changing motors. Never really got in the game. Disappointment there. So what do you think we're going to see here in Las Vegas? Tires should be an issue. A lot more grip than in California. California, they're just flying. Las Vegas, they got to get a hold of that asphalt. 1.5 track. Handling makes a big issue. Las Vegas. What in the world are they doing in this town? Can NASCAR make it this weekend? Who are these people? You gotta wonder. It's certainly not Anniston, Alabama, not Talladega, not Darlington, not Pocono. This is one of the strangest towns we play in. Bruton Smith loves it. This is Bruton Smith's kind of town. And I think that Bernie Ecclestone would like to put a Formula One race out here. Through the streets. Have to clear out some of this traffic. Don't think Bruton would really be hot about that. NASCAR, Las Vegas. Mike Mulhern, MikeMulhern.net.